Hey, Nick Williams here with Medicare Millionaire, and today we are going to review a fantastic app that Medicare has put out, and it's basically, I want to bring it right up here. What's covered is what it's called, and as you can see on your screen here, that's where it starts. What's covered? Is my item or service covered? I'll tell you what, I'm impressed, and you're going to be impressed as well. There's a couple, I'm going to drill down into specific items so that we'll type in a few items so you can see how it works. But before I do so, let's review all the other items in the drop-down menu so we can see if there's anything there of any significance. About this app, let's see, I've already read through this, and what's relevant here is what's not covered. They do not go into Medicare Advantage, nor do they go into Medicare supplements. They do refer the individual to go to their companies. They refer the individual to for Medicare Advantage to a company-provided app. So they say you should search for a company-provided app. And for Medicare supplements, they do, in fact, direct you to contact the plan or visit Medicare.gov. At no time did they say call an agent. And you wouldn't expect that. Let's see. More information. Let's see. They do discuss some items. They go in like preventive services. They have some general information. Where I see on this section that you would want to use is they discuss the Part B deductible, and it shows $185 in 2019. That's nice. You can tell the client, you can show them, I should say. You can tell them all you want. A picture's worth 1,000 words. So it might be nice that you can show them that. And then it goes into assignment, which is kind of interesting that they would pull that one item out of all the possibilities to place on the app here, but it does go into the 15% charge that above and beyond the fee schedule if the doctor does not accept the Medicare assignment. So, and again, assignment basically is a fee schedule. So that's nice. They have a privacy section. There's really nothing here, but if you were to drop down in this, it does have one item that you might want to address, and that is, come on now, it's pretty far down here. Oh, there we go. Modify privacy options. So advertising, I want advertising off. Social media, I don't want them to know what I'm sharing on social media necessarily. Not that it's a big deal, but I prefer that they don't know. So I'm going to confirm that. And we shall leave it right there. Let's see. Now let's go back. And those are really the only items. You know what? They do have something else. Hold on a second. I'm in Medicare.gov. I need to be back in the app. All right. They do have something here. I believe under the accessibility and non-discrimination, they do have, I believe it's here. Oh, here we go. Find someone to talk to. So if you're with a client, you can enter your state. Oh, come on now. Come on back to me. Come on back to me. So again, I'll go back to that section of the app here. If you're with a client, you can enter your state here. Let's see, I'll enter in South Carolina. Not that it matters. And then I'll click Go. And it has a list of resources here. So you can see all the items here. SHIP, Medicare number. Let's see. American Association for Kidney Patients. American Board of Medical Specialties, American Cancer Society, Carrier, Part B Bills and Services. They have the Department of Defense, just in case. And it has on this side here, you'll see it has all the phone numbers and the websites for all those services as well. So let's go back to the app and let's go Let's go to the drop down and let's go back to the home. So I can type in item here. I can type in, let's say, heart condition. So, and I go to cardiovascular. I've got cardiac rehabilitation program. So here we go, covered. It's covered, it tells you right here, Medicare Part B. Provides coverage for cardiac rehabilitation or physical therapy. Let's see. If you've had at least one of these conditions, a heart attack in the last 12 months, coronary artery bypass, surgery, current stable angina, which is chest pain, heart valve repair or replacement. So you can see it's pretty good. And then you go down further and it tells you your cost or the Medicare beneficiary's cost. 20%, and it does say the Part B deductible applies. So there you go. If you're selling a Medicare supplement or any other, if you're talking about Medicare Advantage, you can talk about those numbers there for sure. What it is, cardiac rehabilitation programs include exercise, education, and counseling. Let's see, things to know. All right, here we go. More information. These cardiac rehabilitation programs may be provided in a hospital outpatient setting or in a doctor's office. Part B covers ICR programs if your doctor referred you and you had any of the conditions listed above. So, good information. I tell you what, you're going to find information here. I've scrolled through a bunch of these. You're going to find information here that you were not aware of. If you go down to the bottom here, if you can see the bottom of the screen, it says browse all items and services. So let's just go down. I pulled a couple out. Alcohol. It tells about alcohol. It also goes into, tells you that alcohol is covered. It's the alcohol misuse screenings and counseling. Yes, they are covered. It has the apple there you see at the top, which means it's preventive, but it also states that you can get up to 4 brief, very brief, doesn't say very brief, but brief, face-to-face counseling sessions per year. So that's nice. I wonder how brief they are. But here's the kicker. If you're competent and alert during counseling, cost, well, it's preventive. So you pay nothing. Things to know. A qualified primary care doctor or other primary care practitioner must provide the counseling in a primary setting care. Primary care setting, like a doctor's office. So let's back up. And we'll go to ambulance. So under ambulance, it talks about the ground ambulance transportation. It goes into transportation for airplane or helicopter. If you need immediate and rapid ambulance transportation that ground transportation can't provide, in some cases, Medicare may pay for limited, medically necessary, non-emergency ambulance transportation. If you have a written order from your doctor stating that ambulance transportation is medically necessary. For example, you may need medically necessary ambulance transport to have a dialysis facility if you have end-stage renal disease. So, again, good information, very good information. I hope it's all accurate. I expect it is. I'm sure we'll find a mistake here or there, and somebody will say, well, that's wrong, and they'll say the whole thing sucks because that one item. But no, I'm joking. Okay, again, it's Part B. You pay 20%, and the Part B deductible applies. Let's see. Things to know. Medicare will only cover ambulance services to the nearest appropriate medical facility that's able to give you the care you need. Okay. That's reasonable. I mean, why drive you past the hospital that provides the service? Unless you don't want to go to a hospital, they got a bad reputation or something. Let's go down to, okay, and you can see here on the right-hand side of the app, you have the letters. I'm going to go down to D, and I'm going to go down to, well, you see the apples there? depression screenings, diabetes prevention program, diabetes screening. So all these items are going to be provided. Let's look at the diabetes prevention program. So there you go. This is very detailed. I haven't looked at this one. They cover a diabetes prevention program once if all of these conditions apply to you. And it goes into your hemoglobin A1C test. And I mean, it gets very detailed. I'm impressed. Cost, you pay nothing. What is it? You know, it explains how the program works or what it is. So that's interesting that they do that. Let's see. Oh, here's a good one. Let's back up. Dental services. Look at that. Not covered. Big old red circle there with an X in it. Not covered. That's nice. So when people say, well, I think the dental is covered, because you know you get those know-it-alls. No, it's not. It's not covered. and there you go. Because Medicare says so. Cost. You pay 100% for non-covered services, including most dental care. It goes on further to say here that let's just read it. Medicare Part A will pay for certain dental services that you get when you're in a hospital. Part A can pay for inpatient hospital care if you need to have emergency or complicated dental procedures, even though dental care isn't covered. The terminology here that's used is medically necessary. So it would not be cosmetic. It wouldn't be a toothache. But if it was something that, if untreated, could contribute or cause chronic illness, disease, or death, you know, infection that was real bad, I suppose would fall in that category. So you would, it would in fact be covered. All right. Let's see. Let's go back home. And again, we'll go through, let's see. Let's go to the defibrillator. And now we're going to go through the search. So DEF, defibrillators. Oh, wow, we got foot care, HIV screenings. You see the apple next to that, so that would be free. Defibrillators are covered. Now, it tells you how it's covered inpatient, whether it's inpatient hospital, outpatient hospital. It tells you that you have a deductible to pay. Let's see. I'll go to costs here. So you pay 20% of the approved amount for your doctor's services. So if you get the device as a hospital outpatient, you also pay the hospital copayment. So you pay your 20% of your doctor's services if it's done outpatient. I would think if it's inpatient, you're just going to have your copay, but they may say differently. So that's it. I think that, again, I think they've hit a home run there. I imagine they could add more to this over time. You know, you see where they had the Part B deductible and the excess. They could easily add other items into it. I presume that they will, but they've done a wonderful job in giving the agent a tool to go out there in the field and use this. I mean, if a client asks you a question, you can pull it right up. You know, well, okay, you have a high blood pressure. Let's look at this. You know, are screenings covered? Or if you have heart disease in your family, what claims might you have? And you just type them in. So, you're diabetic. Let's look at that and go through and start quoting off what's covered or not, and you can see what's preventive. These things you may or may not know, but that you can start looking at it and see factual data very, very quickly. That's going to help you learn a lot. Let's see. I believe this is a real asset. I think it's going to serve you well in the field, and I think that we're going to end it right there. If you need something, get with us. We're happy to help you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.